Hello. Is it happening? Are we doing this? All right. All right. There we go. Now you're talking. Okay. No, I love it. Just a few hiccups as we figured out how to make it work. Just a few hiccups. We've never done this before. So, two things big announcement A, breaking news A, but B, we also wanted to test and see how this was going to work. So, that's what we are doing. But we can see you, but video is frozen, is what Dana Larkin says. Is that a fact for everyone, or is that a Dana thing? Let me know. Let me know as people log in as we make the announcement. Is it frozen for everyone? Can they even hear me? Not frozen. Okay, not frozen for Rob Fisher. There we go. All right, we're learning. Video good on my end. Looks and sounds good to me, says McGinn. Thank you for the feedback. That's what we're checking on. Okay, big news, big announcement. We've always wanted to bring the best possible show that we could bring. That's always been our primary goal at Firehouse Vigilance, to have the best live show for firefighters to log into, to interact with, to bring the best guests, the most passionate guests on. And I feel like we've been able to do that for the last 4.5, almost, we're pushing 5 years. We're pushing 5 years. And we're very, very, very proud of that. And those of you who have been on the journey, those of you who have come along on the road, know the struggles and the tribulations and the hurdles that we have faced together in the live shows. Live is tough. Going live is tough. And there's a reason why there's not that many shows that try to interact with an audience and go live. And I'm very proud of the track record, as tough as it's been. But all that being said, you guys know, if you're around, I started out on Facebook just going live with my phone. If you've seen those first earlier videos, they're brutal. And then I moved to Instagram because Instagram had some good options for bringing in a guest. And then Instagram took away the ability to go live with a guest. So I went back to Facebook. And then just recently, last year, we said, hey, let's do this, where we go to YouTube, we'll go to Facebook, we'll go to LinkedIn, we'll go to Twitter, we'll go to everywhere. And that'll be the maximum reach for for the scrap, for the firefighters that want to be out there no matter where they're at. And that's what we are working on. But just this last episode, we've had trouble with the multi-platform streaming. Going live on the multi-platform, we've had trouble with it. And last episode, it was very, very distracting as it locked up on the various platforms as we tried to push it out through our service. So we are removing that from the equation. We are taking the service out of the equation, and we are going to pick one place that we are going to do the weekly scrap. One place only, where you can catch it. And the reason we're doing that is not to cut off audiences, but to put out the best quality product that we can do. So the question was, where do we want to put up the scrap? And bottom line is, there's only one place. If you're going to go live, if you're going to stream, there's only one place to do it, and that is the YouTube. So that is what we are announcing today, is that the weekly scrap will exclusively be on YouTube for the live show. For the live show, the podcast will still be out there for everyone. I mean, the podcast, the recording, you can listen to that on the platform of your choice, the app of your choice. But to catch the live show, to be involved with the audience and be and field questions, it is going to be YouTube. Because here's the deal: you don't need an account to watch on YouTube. You don't need an account to watch on YouTube. Anybody can log. You can watch it on your smartphone, on your tablet, on your laptop, on your computer. You can watch it on your smart TV. You can throw it up anywhere. So it's going to be YouTube only. That's where we're going to interact with the audience. That's where the questions are going to be pulled from. And so that's the big thing. But the big thing is, we have a huge following on Facebook. And so we got to let everybody know that, hey, if you want to watch the scrap, hey, get to YouTube. So we're going to be posting the links everywhere. Yeah, that's right. We don't have to put up with any of the social medias. You can now be 100% involved with the scrap on YouTube only. And that way we can focus on bringing really quality, just focus on the quality of the broadcast. Hopefully cut down on the technical issues so that I can focus on the guest and focus on the audience's questions and intermingling those to have the best interaction possible between the great passionate guests that we have on. So that is what I wanted to announce. I want to let everybody know. Please, please, please share the news with everybody that the scrap is going. If you want to catch the scrap live, if you want to see the live show, You got to be on. You got to catch it on YouTube. We're going to be posting the links everywhere. Posting the links on Twitter. We'll post the links on LinkedIn. We'll be posting it on Facebook. We'll be posting it on the gram. We'll be posting it everywhere, but you got to click that link and go to YouTube to see the show. I think it'll be a good transition. I think it'll allow us to really ramp up the quality of what we bring through the street. Well, I won't get into the details of 720 versus 1080 and moving up to the HD, trying to get those different qualities. Live is tough. Like I said, you got to have a good bandwidth. There's so many hurdles that I don't want to bore you with the technical side of it. But the big news is the scrap, the weekly scrap will now be on YouTube only. The live weekly scrap, YouTube only. So we're the Dan Shaw, Chief Dan Shaw, he is the absolute guinea pig for this first episode. So we'll see how it goes. And I know he'll be excited to be the guinea pig. So that'll be this Sunday. This Sunday will be the first one, episode 243 with Dan Shaw will be the absolute first one. It'll be on YouTube. I'm hoping, man. I really am, Dana. Dana said it should be much better. All the comments in one place for everyone to see. Easier to share at work on the big screen. That's from McGinn. I think everything you guys are saying is what's going to make this a great move. I would love to say it was like my brilliance that thought of this. I have to give credit to Rob Fisher, who's been telling me to do it for, I don't know how long, Rob, 6 months now, at least, saying just go to YouTube, quit messing around with everything else. And so I will give him the credit there. The other thing to tack on to the announcements is the Vigilantes, man. So for so long, we had the private group in the Vigilantes. And I won't go into all the details of what Meta and Facebook are doing to the API and the background of the groups at Facebook. But long story short, we are moving away from Facebook and the Vigilantes because there's been a whole bunch of people who wanted to be Vigilantes but couldn't because they are not on Facebook and they don't want to be on Facebook. And I don't blame them. But it was the one place we had that private group. So if you want to be a vigilante, we're now on Patreon. Patreon.com/the Vigilantes. You don't have to be on social media to be a vigilante now, to be a part of it, to be a part of the forums, the live VIP forums, where you can come in, talk to subject matter experts in a very informal fashion. The fire away question and answer, the live question and answers. You can be a part of those. You get the vigilante only swag shop. You get access to the vigilante, the scrap after party, which is amazing. Hey, thank you, Sam. Sam threw up the link. So that's the other big thing that's been happening this last week is we've been moving to Patreon. And I'm telling you, if you are not a part of the Vigilantes, you are missing out. The get together at FDIC was amazing. Like some like-minded souls got together, and they really did encourage each other. And it's not like you have to be a vigilante to be a part of those things, but it's hard to know about it if you're not. So anyway, it was an amazing time for all. That's the two big ones. If you want to watch the scrap live, it's going to be on YouTube. Share the news. If you want to be a vigilante, you can do it without being on Facebook. Vigilante, patreon.com, the Vigilantes. Other than that, how's everybody doing? I'm going to talk here for a few minutes, and then I'm going to take the wife out to dinner. So I'm waiting to see. The after party, just a link. Technically, no, the after party is not going to Patreon, but if you're not in the Patreon, you won't get the link to the after party. If that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. There's been, I think, one issue so far. Rob Fisher was switching to Patreon. One person hasn't been able to pay. I don't know what the issue was. I don't know if it's their card. I don't know exactly, but there's been one issue so far. Other than that, everybody that's switching, we've been refunding them their money so that it's all the background. Yeah. Rob Fisher, you know how firefighters, we do like change. That's the understatement of the century. How much firefighters like change. No, we're going to be we're going to be phasing out being on the Vigilantes being on Facebook over the next. I mean, we're going to be there still until everybody is aware that we're moving to Patreon, but we're not just cutting it off. So you'll still be able to get to the after party, but it's just that link. You know, if you've been to the after parties, you know it's just a link you click. Yes, it will stop. Yeah, eventually sorry, Sam's talking in my ears. Eventually, we will stop posting stuff in Facebook for the Vigilantes, and everything will be in the Patreon, which has been amazing so far. I've got all the forums downloaded and uploaded to Patreon, so they're all over. All 15 of the forums or 14 of the forums, both of Rob Fisher's forums. The first one where he talked about flow-based leadership. The second one where he did the wall bombs fire and he broke it down. Both of those were amazing. I just uploaded Rob Ramirez's Mayday Mindset Forum, where he talked to everybody about Mayday for, I think, 2 hours almost. It's just good content, man. There's some good stuff over there.
Somebody asked about files earlier. They can hear me now. Somebody asked when you were going to be moving the files over to Patreon.
Technically, I was going to work on that today, and instead we worked on this. And so, but it should be any day now. I'm going to move every file we've got, and they're going to be I'm going to group them into collections. So if you know where that collections tab is at the top of the Patreon, you can find. Hopefully, it'll be easier to find stuff in Patreon than it was on Facebook, because to find the old forums, you had to scroll and scroll and scroll. Now you can just click on that collections button, click on the VIP forums, and you can find them. I'm going to load the Fireways is next up on my agenda, and then there's only about 35 files, I think, maybe more now. I haven't looked in a bit, but those should transfer pretty quick. If they're not, I'm going to make them all PDFs and then load them up there. But anyway, I'll bore you with the nerd talk. But absolutely, the files will all be there, plus any files we add in the future. You know, there's been so many people that come in and ask a question about an SOP or an SOG, or how does your department do or handle this training opportunity, you know, et cetera, and then boom, people start throwing their documents and their SOPs and their SOGs there, and it's been a great resource for people who, when they bring a focused question, they get a focused answer. Dana, long story short, no, it's not available on Patreon. To get it on Patreon, we have to exist for 90 days. Once we exist for 90 days, then they give us the option to pay for a year at a time. So we have to unlock the annual pay. So if you want to be in it immediately, do the monthly, and you can switch once we are established long enough on Patreon. You have to be established. You have to be established, and we are Johnny come latelys to Patreon.
Look at all everybody's answering. I like it.
No, but once we unlock it, you can just switch to annual. So, and again, people are like, well, do I have to do the month? You don't have to, but I have no way to just grant you access for 90 days until we get it. So I wish I could. I have to figure out how to do the lifetime members, because, yeah, there's no option to say you can't gift a Patreon membership. So I'm trying to work on that, because I have a few people that I've granted lifetime memberships for the stuff they've done for the scrap, etc. And I honor them by saying, you're a lifetime vigilante. And now I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? Because I mean, I can just pay for them their Patreon. You know, that's the easiest way. But somehow I have to have them make an account and then put my credit card on their account to pay for it. It's just a mess. So I'm figuring it out. I'm going to we're going to get the switch done. But right now, man, I'm super excited, because I'm hoping to have a smooth, I don't even want to say it out loud. I don't want to put it out there in the atmosphere, but I want to have a smooth scrap where I can focus on the guest and focus on the audience and focus on the questions, and really just be present and not be worried about if it's going to crash and lock up and all that. So that, anyway, I hope. We have a good, the one thing we do have is a very good, when I say very good, that's not the right way to say it. We have a very robust database of when everybody has joined, when they join the Vigilantes. We have their dates. We have, including everybody that's ever come and left, but we're not using Patreon to keep track of that at all. That's to Peyton, who I'm answering about the black coins. If you joined 6 months ago, then approximately 6 months from now, you should get your coin. Yeah, McGinn says, shh, let me get my second coin. No, we actually talked about that. But we're not using Patreon to keep track of who joined when. Maybe in the future, but we'll always have the old database that we kept, the old spreadsheet that kept track of everybody's original anniversary date. Boom. I love the questions, man. If you have any other questions. Yeah, Josh said, Preston, I want to. No, and it's tough. It's a tough nut to crack on but anyway, absolutely good. All right, if no one's got anything else, I want to see any other questions. YouTube, let everybody know. It'll be a link on Facebook. You click on it, it'll take you to YouTube. It'll be a link on X or Twitter or whatever Elon's calling it now. You click it, it'll take you to YouTube. You should be able to now throw SmartCast, the YouTube, right to your TV. You should be able to open up your smart TV, pull up the live stream, watch it right there in the day room with your shift brothers and sisters. Should be a good time, man. I think it's a great thing. I really, really do. Looking forward to Dan Shaw. I'm getting ready to start booking for the second half of 2024. So I'll get with the Vigilantes and we're going to start dialing in. I mean, I've had so many conversations about book. I've had them with Rob Fisher and Kyle Romagus over and over and over, but so many. And, but then it comes time and I like try to remember, who did we talk about? Who did we say we were going to invite? And then I have to start from zero. So anyway, I'll be bringing that up in the Vigilante soon. In fact, we may check out some of its poll options and things like that just to check it out. Boom, boom, boom. Any other questions before I take Amanda out to dinner? I'm getting a steak tonight, I think. I'm in. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Stender, what did you miss?
Is that Amanda? Let's see Amanda posting.
Amanda's posting. Dream, Oklahoma is Amanda. Awesome. No, the coins are going. Here's the biggest thing is we can't order the numbered coins until we get really close to the end of the year because we have to know how many to order that joined that year. So in 2023, there was like 400 people that had joined and we had to wait to order them so we could get the right number of numbered coins. We didn't want to order, 100 extra if we didn't need them. And we damn sure didn't want to come up short. So once you order them, it still takes 3 months to get them in. You still got to manufacture them, get them shipped, all that stuff. So we actually didn't get them until March. So, but now we're all caught up. Not going away from Facebook, technically, David. We are moving the live scrap to YouTube only. So the live scrap is going to be on YouTube because, well, without going through everything, you don't have to have an account. Everybody has YouTube. You can put it on your TV, your phone, your tablet. We're still going to be posting the links and we're still going to be interacting on Facebook as far as social media wise. But the live show, the live scrap is going to be on Facebook. On YouTube. Make me say it right. I got to say it right. It's going to be on YouTube. Yeah, they've been, Sam and Amanda have been working overtime, putting the work in on the switch to Patreon. Yeah, Amanda has been working her ass off. There is no doubt about it. That is an understatement. And that's why I'm taking her out to dinner. I'm back on duty tomorrow, so I won't be around as much. I'll probably go live in the morning driving in. No, and David, I'm hoping, David, I really am hoping that we'll be able to focus on the quality of the stream and not just, instead of trying to blast it out everywhere, like really focus down to quality over quantity and seeing how that works. And knocking on wood, I'm hoping it works good. So, all right. Taking Amanda to dinner. I love you all. You guys are amazing. If you have any questions, man, hit it up on the Facebook page. All over, man. We'll look for everything. Patreon specifically for the Vigilantes. I'm going to be looking for guests to add guests for the second half of 2024. Who needs to be on? Start thinking about it, man, because my brain is mush. And I've had this conversation dozens and dozens of times, and I've already forgotten all the names. So anyway, start thinking about it. Thank you all. Love you all. Love you all.